Hi, this is Joseph. In this video, I want to talk about how to develop a trading system. So the reason that I put this presentation together and this video is that I see it everywhere. I see it all over the internet. I see it on blogs, forums, things like that, YouTube videos, the replies to YouTube videos. Most traders don't know how to develop a full written, comprehensive playbook or trading system or plan. They don't know where to start. I know this personally because I went through the same process. I started trading in 2000, and the only thing that was really available to me at that time that I could find on the internet, because I researched what does a trading plan look like, what should it consist of. So I had to put together my own. I really couldn't find any information back then, so I put together my own. And what I did was I followed the principles of building out my trading system or my plan the same way I would as if I was operating a business. So it was almost like a business plan. I went really deep. I went into all of the different testing and the variables and all of these things that had to be incorporated in this plan. So on this page, what you see is a overview. It's just a brief overview to give you an idea of the process that I go through developing my own trading systems and helping others develop their trading system. I've been coaching people since 2007, and this is part of the program that me and my coaching students go through whenever we develop a trading system. Now, I also have a PDF manual that I'd like you to take a look at. This is for people who are still struggling with the idea of how to put together that first A plus trade playbook, the system that you need to have in place that gives you the confidence to be able to execute a trade. It starts off with the core concept, just the concept. You're going to write it out and describe everything that you know about that particular setup right now up to this moment that you begin. The next step is then to start detailing all of the notes or that particular setup on a chart. So you want to have the entry criteria, the exit strategy. You want to show that on your charts. You're going to mark up your charts. And then you're going to take a look at it. You're going to take a look at it and see how many examples of that you can actually find in bullish environments, bearish environments, different days correlated with certain days when there's news. All of these different things have an influence. All of it has an influence. So you want to take a look at serious traders. What I do with my coaching students, what I do personally, I look at least 100 different chart examples, bullish and bearish under different conditions. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What does it look like when it sets up after the market opens on Sunday, if that's the case? Or if I'm just trading the regular trading hours, what does it look like after 9 o'clock, or I'm sorry, 9:30 in the morning? So there's all of these different variables that go into that particular setup. What is it that I'm trying to do? What is it that I like? Is it a reversal? Is it a breakout? All of these, I can go down the list, but you get my point. Once I have that information, the next thing we're going to do is, based on the chart analysis, we're going to rewrite whatever we put in step one, the concept foundation or formation, the concept formation. We're going to rewrite it because chances are, after looking at all of this data and looking at least 100 different examples or more, that information may end up changing. So we're going to refine the rules. And then once we have those rules refined, if we're comfortable and we still want to follow through with that one setup, just that one technique, just that one trigger bar entry, then what I do is I simulation trade it at least 100 different times, at least 100 different times or more. Now, I treat each one of these opportunities as if it was a live experience. And then I analyze the data again. This is what I do with my coaching clients. We analyze the data again. Now you can see we haven't even traded a live account yet. We're not even trading evaluations with prop firms yet. This is what goes into finding out if your setup has edge and to create a playbook that you can count on with data. Now, the next thing we're going to start doing is starting to develop the playbook, because now we've got data. We've also got charts where we've executed the trades, and we can put that into the playbook. And then the next thing, and this is an overview, by the way, there's a lot, there's more details that goes into each one of these steps. The next thing we're going to do is review all of that information and then do it again. We're going to go back out and trade another 100 simulations after we have reviewed the outcome of the first 100 simulated trades. And then we're going to make any necessary changes. But finally, when we get to the point where, if you're comfortable with that one technique, you've given it a name, you know exactly when it works, when it doesn't work, You've simulation traded it hundreds of times. You've looked at hundreds of different trades with that, I'm sorry, charts with that one particular trade. We're not talking about multiple trade opportunities in one single chart. We're talking about one specific trade. One specific trade. I'll walk you through it in my free program, exactly how to do this, how to take one specific trade idea and turn it into a full trading system with playbook. You could pass your evaluations and you can make a full-time living with one trade opportunity, one trade system. It is possible. But of course, as you continue, you'll advance and you'll add more to them. But we're going to start with just one. When you don't have a very clearly defined, and you can tell that everything I just described here is super, super detailed. Like this isn't a joke. This is what it takes to be at an elite level. We're talking about prop firm level or an individual who doesn't blow up trading accounts, who can win a funded account and continue to hold on to that account indefinitely. Of course, it's possible. By going through this process, all of this is going to expose a trader's weaknesses. It's going to expose whether or not they're even using a trading system that's actually effective. And it's also going to show your weakness in terms of, do you even know how to identify the market conditions before bar one? Do you know how to identify market cycles and the specific conditions that will tell you what kind of setup you need to be using? So this is the program that I have for free on my website. If you go to the homepage of my website, this program, all you got to do is click this button right here and you enter in your email address and your name and you're in the program. This program will walk you through how we go about putting this entire system in place. So it's something that every trader must do if they want to eliminate all of the fear and the anxiety and not knowing and the blowing up of trading accounts. And you put so much effort and you pay so much money into prop firm evaluations, and then you lose the accounts, or you may be interested in the idea of getting 20 accounts or more, linking them all through trade copiers, or perhaps trading for investors in the future. And it starts with developing one trade system and using that framework to develop more trade systems, one, two, three, four, five different techniques that you use throughout the day, each week, each month, depending on the market environment. Click this button. It's free, totally free. I'll walk you through this entire process in much greater detail.